The Cei-Rigotti. One of the most iconic World War I rifles within the game. And it's the starting rifle for any new player. And for good reason. This rifle is an absolute beast. Now, it's not going to be able to outgun the MP18 or the Cei-Rigotti, but against other weapons such as the light machine guns and other medic rifles, you have a good chance against them. Now, this thing isn't your average DMR. In fact, you should not be playing long range for this. You should be in medium range combat with this rifle, because this rifle is DICE's answer to the assault rifle, basically. It has semi-auto and a full auto fire rate, which is very unique because only 2 of the medic rifles have that type of fire. And it holds 10 rounds. So not only does it have a fast fire rate and a full auto, but it holds 10 rounds. That's already good amongst the medic weaponry. Now, the name is Italian because the rifle is Italian. I like to call it the celery. Yeah, it's called the celery. That's the inside joke now. Like most other rifles in this game, it has 3 variants. The factory variant, which I'm currently using in this gameplay right now, is just basic. It has no qualities that benefit the rifle. Then you have the trench variant, which is the lackluster amongst them all, because it just provides a angled grip for hip firing accuracy, and that's it. And a shorter barrel, which means it has increased hip fire? Doesn't make sense. But it's not that great. I don't use it. I don't use any of the trench variants because they all suck. And then it has the bread and butter of the gun, the optical variant, which posts the weird looking reflex sight. Yeah, I don't know what to call it, that type of iron sight, but hey, it's good. Has a foregrip, so it makes the recoil less of a pain in the ass with the up and down recoil that you get from the full auto mode. And the weird reflex sight makes the iron sights better because you can see more. It's kind of wonky the way I'm describing it, but you'll see later on in the video. Now, the celery also has a really neat fact where its recoil is extremely manageable. But you won't be able to shred people down like LMGs. So don't think you're Rambo with this rifle. And don't think you're Mr. Save It Private Ryan inside the clock tower guy, because you're not. This thing cannot outsnipe snipers. This thing can't outgun LMGs and SMGs, which most guns can't anyways, unless you're using an SMG or an LMG. But this is a good marksman rifle. It's a good medic rifle. And I admit that it has wonky recoil. That's the only downside to this rifle. I've been using this rifle for a good hour now. I used it a bunch of times during the beta. I used it a bunch of times when I first started out as a medic. This was my, as you can see, I'm using the optical variant right now. And it's a decent rifle. There's no more I can talk about it. Now, it's the Italian rifle, so I don't know how they're going to do this when the Italians get a bigger role in the game, because they already got their standard issue rifle right there. But this is a very nice rifle, and you get right off the bat, so everyone has access to the factory variant. Now, I recommend getting the optical right away, And just leave the trench alone because you don't need the trench. The trench is nothing special. It uses strip clips. Every 5 rounds is a strip clip, which pretty fast reload actually. And this is an overall great gun. Now, there's a few issues I have with this rifle. As you can see, it's not really that powerful. You usually take up 3 bullets to kill someone. 3 to 4. Usually it's just 5. I dump 5 into a person, take them down, and then reload. And I believe it needs a slight damage buff. I think all the medic rifles need a damage buff. Because right now, in hardcore, sniper's 1 shot. SMG's pretty much 1 shot. Because all you gotta dump is 10 bullets into a person and they die. And just is left alone with the medic weapons. The medic weapons are kind of in a weird ground where you need like 3 bullets to kill anyone in hardcore. Well, everything just pretty much shreds everyone. And hardcore just feels funky with all the medic rifles. Especially this one. Now, it doesn't have the damage of the Mondragon and the I can't remember the German one. I can't pronounce that one. The Sebastian? I'm gonna say it the Sebastian because that's what I've been calling it up until this point. And I've been calling this rifle Celery up until this point until I actually Googled how to pronounce the name. The Cei-Rigotti. Italian. But this rifle, I give it a C+ for effort. The optical variant gets the C+. The factory gets a C-, and the trench gets a D- because all the trench variants get a C-. I mean D- right away. But in layman's term, I rate it that one pencil that you have in your locker is a last resort, but it's super dull. Can't write fancy with it. Yeah, I rate it that. So yeah, dull, super dull, annoying pencil. Yeah, that's its rating. Side note, this rifle is actually really nice. I like how they designed the rifle. I like the little tube on the side of the receiver. But yeah, great rifle, great gun, great game. And I give the factory variant a C-. The optical variant, which gets the JJ Star thumb of approval, gets a C+. And the trench variant why would you need a trench variant? Go get the optical. Go use the factory. What are you doing with your life to need the trench variant? Shoo. What's wrong with you? Shoo, get out of here. Go. But that's my thoughts on the rifle. Come back next time when we talk about the next rifle in the medic class. Oh jeez, it's that rifle, isn't it? Alright. See you on the flip side.